Okay, we are going to rank football teams on how we think they're going to do going into this NFL season since we are literally, almost 2 weeks away. So, pending stuff, everything like that. So we're going to say S is, we'll do Super Bowl contender. Got that if I can spell. Gosh. Good, sorry. And then, we'll do Super Bowl playoffs, mid. I can't spell, chat. Lottery and trash. So, should we do this by division? We're just gonna go in order here, chat. So, first off, Cardinals. It looks like these are in alphabetical order. So the Cardinals, didn't have terrible. I still don't think they're the greatest. I think they're getting up there, kind of. I still think they're gonna. I think they'll still be more kind of a. I guess it's not even lottery for football, so why did I put lottery? But you guys know what I mean. So we'll do that. Falcons. Are not that good. It depends on who. I think it's going to be Penix, not Kirko. But they have some good players. I'm not going to put them at trash. But Ravens. Definitely think they are a Super Bowl contender. Just based off of, the team they got around them, their defense, their offense. So definitely think they're for playoffs for sure. I think definitely they're a Super Bowl contender. Bills, also contender. You got Josh Allen. He's got weapons for him. Defense, they're pretty solid. So, Panthers, usually they're trash. Bryce Young has done okay. I'm still going to put them at lottery. I don't think they're not great, but if Bryce Young can keep playing like he was towards the end of last year, definitely think they have, some potential. Bears, I think Panthers are better than them. I'm going to put them in the trap. Maybe Caleb Williams will turn around. They're getting some defensive pieces, but, yeah. Bengals, depends on if their O-line can keep Joe Burrow healthy. Joe Burrow's healthy, they're definitely playoffs. If not, they might be in the mid. I think they'll make playoffs, though. The Browns, hey, Star, how we doing? Definitely. They don't even know what they're doing at quarterback, stuff like that. The Cowboys. You just never know with the Cowboys. Let me shout Star real quick. Their defense, they got good players. If they can stay healthy, they got CD, who, is one of the top receivers in the league. But the problem is you just don't know. If Dak's not, are they going to be able to play well? I think they upgraded from Rush, as a backup quarterback. But, is Parsons going to play? I think not knowing fully, I'm assuming you're going to have Parsons play. But we'll put them in mid because they could go either way. They could go mid or playoffs, but they're kind of on that edge border because you just don't know what you're getting out of them, unfortunately. Broncos. They have a chance. Bill Nix, if he can do well in his second year, they got a good defense. They got some good offense players. If I put them there, there's already 4, and we already know one other team in the AFC that's going to probably be a playoff. We're going to put them in the playoffs. I think they'll sneak into the playoffs. The Lions, definitely, they brought back most of their team. They can stay healthy. I think they're going to be definitely a contender. Green Bay. Um, Green Bay on the offensive side still kind of like they got Joey Love and Jordan Love can do good, which obviously Utah State fan want Jordan Love to do good. So hey, how we doing, Dale? Think they will sneak in as a another team. Texans. If they can stay healthy, their potential to be in the playoffs. I'm trying to think of who else in that AFC. I mean, in the AFC South though, I don't even know who else may. I think actually they're gonna have to be they're gonna have to be. Yeah, I think. Yeah, actually, well, they'll make the playoffs, which that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 2 more. Hey, man, how we doing? How we doing? The Colts. Daniel Jones. They picked him, but you don't know what you're getting out of him. The Jags have not been the greatest. Trevor Lawrence hasn't. I don't know if I'd put him down this. Oh. Again, that's a toss-up. They're kind of like the Panthers, where there's potential to not be the trash version, but we'll put them in a lottery position. Obviously, Chiefs are going to be a contender, I think, regardless. Chiefs just are too good. They've been a great team. Ooh, okay. We got to think this through because we got a lot of AFC teams left, and we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we only have one more spot in the playoffs. I guess I don't have to necessarily say who's making the playoffs, but have a chance to. Chargers, though, I'm going to probably put them at mid. They have potential to make playoffs, but the Broncos, I think, getting better. The Chiefs are definitely, I think, still here to stay. So, we're going to put those there. The Rams. See that NFC West, I don't know what's going to happen. Seahawks have Darnold now. You have the Niners, which, if they're healthy, have shown great flashes. You have the Cardinals too. Like, anyone could win that. Do I think they're going to win the division? I think they have potential to win their division. Raiders, I don't think they're going to be trash. They got Jim Harbaugh now as coach. I think they're lottery still. I don't think they're going to be up there. Dolphins, I'm going to say mid. You don't know what you're going to get out of the Dolphins. They can their defense, they've got some, Minkah Fitzpatrick coming back to the Dolphins and stuff like that. But it's just, you don't know what to expect. If their offense struggles and Tua's not out there and they can't do anything, they're effed. But you never but then they, the one year they had the best offense for 8 weeks of the season, looked like they were unstoppable, and then they got stopped. So the Vikings, they did win the North, last year, or were one of the top teams, but with JJ McCarthy, you don't know what they're gonna do. They lost a couple people. I'm gonna put them in the mid tier. I don't think they're trash. If JJ McCarthy can be good. Hey, what's up, Mr. Chow? How we doing? I think they have potential. Okay, the Patriots. Again, another one. They got Diggs over this offseason. Drake May showed some good promise. But, I think the East is still going to run through the Bills. We'll put them at mid. Definitely could potentially make the playoffs, sneak in, but hey, Coca-Cola, appreciate you. Saints. It was fun watching Spencer Rattler on the Netflix documentary, but I don't think they're his long term. The Giants, they got a dual Carter, but Russ, Jameis, I'm not going to put them trash, but they're definitely on the bench. Jets, Justin Fields, but I still don't think that's going to change much with them. Obviously, my Fly Eagles fly. Realistically, they are Super Bowl contenders. I mean, they did lose some big pieces, but they got some younger pieces too. And if they can play like Cooper DeJean and Quinion Mitchell last year on the defensive side and offensive, pretty much stayed the whole thing. You know, may miss Dickerson for a few games because of his knee surgery and knee stuff like that. So we might miss him for a little bit, but it seems like the O-line usually can handle pretty well. So as long as the offense can stay hot and that the new kind of defensive players can keep that up, they're in for a good time. Steelers, you got Aaron Rodgers. You got DK Metcalf. You got rid of Pickens. You got DK. I'm still going to put them mid. It's just the Steelers thing to do to be kind of middle of the pack a lot of the times. You just don't know what you're going to get. The Seahawks. Fudge. Again, you got Darnold. Can he play? You know, you got rid of Geno. You got rid of DK. I think they're going to be a liar team. I just don't think, they have potential, but I just don't think they're going to do well. Sorry, I'm going to shout out people while I'm thinking about it, because I haven't done it for the last few people. So, now we got the Niners. Again, it's hard to say. Can Brock Purdy play well? You know, they don't have Debo anymore. Debo's gone. You know, they have some, they had some key players hurt last year. I'm going to put them at mid. I don't think they're as bad as some of those lottery teams. They have definitely potential to be in the playoffs, but again, it's kind of that up in the air, like, where are we going with this? Yeah, Sassy, appreciate you. The Bucks. I mean, the NFC South, they're going to have to be the team that probably comes out there. They've just been good, So, we'll see what they can do. I definitely think they'll be a team. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're still missing 2. So I guess we could. Titans. It's all going to kind of depend on what Cam Ward can do with them. I mean, they kind of got, Cam Ward's going to be the factor on here. Is he going to play well? Is he not? I'm still going to put them there. I just don't think they can improve that much. And then the Commanders. The big question is, can Daniels do what he did? Yes, they had some close games and stuff like that, didn't play, but can JT Daniel, they made it to the NFC Championship game. Like, you can't argue that. Like, yes, they had some struggles and stuff, but they made it there. They got Eagles single-handedly killed them, but I could see them being a playoff team, but are they, I don't know. It's how is JT Daniels going to be in year 2? That's going to be, I think, their biggest thing. They got Debo. They added Debo. They added, some keys on the defensive side, but they got also some, I love Bobby Wagner, Utah State, but he's getting older. He's getting up there in age. Like, can he still play that well, Feel like they've kind of got some, Dan Quinn's always been defensive minded. I think they'll be playoffs. So, but, looking at this list, it's, there's some good ones. I definitely think, there's a couple of these teams that could go up or down one, pending things. But, I definitely think, there's, like I said, the Bengals, if Joe Burrow can't say, then they're going to be back down to mid. They're going to play like they did last year, The Packers could also be down, but could be up. Texans could be up, but then could be. There's a lot of these teams. I feel like, there's definitely a little bit of leeway. You never know what you're gonna get out of them, but I feel like this is a pretty solid list. Like I said, the lottery and trash, there's maybe a couple of them that could maybe move up, come down, but if I had to probably guess, gonna make my prediction, I feel like one of the teams, Ravens or Bills, are gonna get the Chiefs this year, finally. So early on, I don't I think one of them will. So we're going to say it's going to be Ravens-Bills AFC Championship game. And then I think this year you're going to see an Eagles-Lions. With Lions, they lost a couple of people towards the end of the year, which kind of helped them struggle. I think you could see Eagles-Lions finally, for a Super Bowl matchup. In terms of who's going to make the Super Bowl, obviously, I don't know. I feel like those two games, my hope is the Eagles. Lions are a good team, but I hope it's the Eagles. And I think that's definitely a very realistic thing, as long as they can play as well as they did last year. And, like I said, those kind of key acquisitions can really play well for losing Josh Sweat, losing, Milton, losing, C.J. Gardner-Johnson on the defensive side. If those guys can really play well, and I feel like that's what kind of stopped us at the start of the year, and then once our defense started going, our offense was on par. So I think we're going to have an Eagles. Then we go Eagles-Ravens. I just feel like the Bills on the offensive side don't have as much firepower as the Ravens do. So that's going to be my prediction. Eagles-Ravens for the Super Bowl. Hopefully we can do that, but we'll see. I'll save this. What? Oh. What the hell? Okay. You know what? While we're in Tier Maker, let's do something.